We're back on Politics Nation with the ongoing waiting game. 7 days. That's how long it's been since the president made his bold announcement on immigration. And we still have yet to hear what the GOP presidential nominee would do if he were elected. But he finally got the chance to set the record straight on a big stage today in front of top Latino officials in the country.
Some people have asked if I will let stand the president's executive order. The answer is that I will put in place my own long-term solution that will replace and supersede the president's temporary measure.
His own long-term solution. That's not an answer. It's just another evasion. But he did strike a softer tone today, promising to work with Democrats on immigration reform.
I'll work with states and employers to update our temporary worker visa program. I'd staple a green card to the diploma of someone who gets an advanced degree in America. I will stand for a path to legal status for anyone who is willing to stand up and defend this great nation through military service. And I'm going to address the problem of illegal immigration in a civil and resolute manner.
A civil manner? Where'd the primary season Mitt Romney go?
If I'm president, we'll put in place an E-Verify system, which you've opposed, to make sure that we can find out who's here legally and not, and crack down on people who come here illegally. Well, the answer is self-deportation. So we went to the company and we said, look, you can't have any illegals working on our property. I'm running for office, for Pete's sake. I can't have illegals.
Self-deportation, cracking down on immigrants. Make no mistake about it, there was no one in the GOP field farther to the right on immigration. Of course, moments after his speech today, Governor Romney went right back to giving folks the silent treatment. Joining me now is Congressman Luis Gutierrez, Democrat from Illinois, who has long been a leader on this issue, and Lorello Praley, who is on the coordinating committee of United We Dream, which supports the DREAM Act. Thanks to both of you for being here tonight.
Welcome.
Congressman, let me start with you. Does today's performance help Mitt Romney with Hispanic voters?
I think that, number one, after listening to the speech that Mitt Romney gave, what he offered the Latino community was nothing. One of the first tests that a candidate for president of the United States must meet and must pass is the test of leadership. His pleasantries and being vague offer no solutions. Latinos have specific questions and demand specific answers, and he gave none today. He could have simply said, I will let the order of President Barack Obama stand while I work for a permanent solution as president. But he didn't want to say that because he doesn't want to alienate the most extreme sectors of the Republican Party, which, of course, have advanced his presidency in the Republican nomination. He didn't say what he would do with the millions. And let me just be clear. He believes that Arizona 1070 should be the model for the nation. Did he refute that today? No. He believes that self-deportation, what, Reverend, you brought up. I mean, what does that mean? Pick up your bags and leave. You've been here 20 years, pick up your bags and leave. You have American citizen children, pick up your bag. You have a business, pick up your bag. You've been caught up in an immigration system. Your husband or your wife is out there fighting in Afghanistan right now. Pick up your bags and leave. That doesn't fix a broken immigration system. And let me just say, what's going to be on the line, Reverend, as we go towards the election is if the president does not stand, that is, if President Obama is not reelected, you are putting at risk the lives and the future of 800 to 1.2 million young dreamers. Let's protect them.
One of those young dreamers is with us. Lorella, you came here from Peru. You're a recent college graduate, and you would benefit directly from the president's new policy. What's your reaction? What's your reaction to all this?
I want to know where Mitt Romney stands on this issue. So I think he's been dodging the question. I think he's been he has not been clear on where he stands and what he plans to do if he were elected to be president of the United States. So I think for us, not just undocumented young adults, but also for the Latino constituency and Latino voters, this is a very important issue, and we do not know where he stands. What is clear to us is that he is constantly contradicting himself, first advocating for a strong policy of self-deportation or attrition through enforcement, and now being very big on what he would actually do to, as he said, to find a civil and resolute manner and resolve this problem.
Tell me what it was like as you heard the president speak, what he was saying and how you were feeling, and what has it been like with you and your friends this week since the president made this announcement?
I think it's been wonderful. I don't think that there are really words. It's a beautiful moment in the United States of America, in our home, in our country. We are finally moving forward. I think America is ready for this. America wants this. And for us, it's a life-changing moment. So for us college graduates, for those who are still in high school and are considering going to college, for those who are about to graduate from college. But aside from all of that, it also means that we no longer have to live with this kind of cloud of deportation, that any moment individuals like ourselves could get picked up, and that, I think, brings some peace to our lives.
No, I actually saw a photo. In fact, I'd like the producers to put it up of you while you were watching the speech, where you're actually tearing up. And I think a lot of times we talk so much politics, we forget the human side. And it's in your eyes where people can, in a real change of policy in that moment, have to stop worrying about what the next knock on the door is, and they didn't do anything wrong. I think that we just wanted to share that moment with you. Congressman, let me go back to you a minute, though, on the politics.
Sure.
Let me show you what Mitt Romney said today, going back to the old, tired attack on President Obama. Listen to this.
Sure.
For 2 years, this president had huge majorities in the House and Senate. He was free to pursue any policy he pleased. But he did nothing to advance a permanent fix for our broken immigration system. Nothing. Instead, he failed to act until facing a tough re-election and trying to secure your vote.
Now, I keep hearing a lot of the right wing, a lot of the Republicans, and Romney keep saying that you're in Congress. Do they think the American people are going to forget about how they filibustered everything for those 2 years?
No. Reverend, let's make the record clear. In November of 2010, the House of Representatives, under Barack Obama's leadership, passed the DREAM Act, 216 to 198. And of the 216 in favor of the DREAM Act, there were only 8 Republicans. 5 of them weren't even coming back. We then had 55 senators, 51 senators, Democrat, and 4 Republicans, but we couldn't beat the filibuster in the Senate. Otherwise, that bill would have been taken to the president's desk. Moreover, who filibustered? Republicans who were co-sponsors of the DREAM Act and who had voted for it in committee in order to stifle. Mitch McConnell has said time and time again, I will stop anything from happening that shows this president in good stead with the American people. We will stop him, even if it's at the detriment of the good people. And let me just say, we fought too hard. I think this is the political thing we need to understand. We fought too hard for that wonderful young woman on our program this evening. We fought too hard for hundreds of thousands, nearly 1 million people to be able to come out of the shadows. And we cannot at this time walk back. You know what the president did last Friday? He called their bluff. He sent out their senator, Rubio, from Florida, right. And we sat down with them, and we were ready to work with them. And you know what the president said? Wait a minute. While you guys work out the politics, I'm not going to allow one more of them to be deported. And he called their bluff, and now they don't know what to do because they really aren't on our side, because they really want to speak to a small, narrow base of the American people. And if he wants to be president of the United States, the only road is through Arizona, but the only road is through New Mexico and Colorado and Florida and Nevada and through Latino neighborhoods throughout and communities throughout this nation. And Mitt Romney today failed the test.
We're going to have to leave it there. Congressman Luis Gutierrez and Lorella Prelude, thank you both for your time. And Congressman, again, thank you for your leadership on this.
Thank you so much.
Coming up, a wave of arson and burglaries targets doctors who spoke out in defense of women's health rights and is having a chilling effect on a critical debate. Stay with us.